Welcome into the Pugs and Parker proudly present Pillow Talk on the Radio Misfits podcast platform. It's a Kelly Moore Monday. That means Kelly joining us today. Shut up, Ed. Ed, anytime now. Oh, shut up. Oh, I don't know what happened. I was, I came, I sat down. I was here since 1:45. And then I looked over at the computer. I'm like, where's Kelly? Well, where the hell's Kelly? Why isn't Kelly connected? Was she not going to show up? Was she not going to show up tonight? And then I looked, and there was like little tiny red light writing at the top of the screen that said, "Internet connection has failed. Reconnect." So I had to reboot everything at like 59. I went to hit the graphic and all that stuff. So I just rebooted everything. All right, let's bring in Parker. Parker's here. Hey, it's Parker. You said you were going to be late, and look, I ended up being late.
Well, good. I'm glad you were late with me. It makes me look not so bad.
Technical difficulties. And it's Monday, so let's bring in Kelly. Kelly's here on a Monday.
Hello.
Okay.
Man, your microphone sucks.
Mine does?
Yeah. You're not on the microphone. You're on like the laptop microphone. You need to switch it over to the microphone that you talk into.
Geez, I don't
See the little gearbox down here?
What's a gearbox?
The thing that looks like a gear. Kind of looks like a
The
first
circle
order
thing,
insignia.
spikes on it?
Yeah, the circle spike.
Weddings thing.
The Chinese star. All right, click on that.
Where is that?
You
I don't have that.
She's playing dumb.
Oh, wait. Okay. Settings.
Yep.
And what, audio?
Yeah,
go to
that's
audio,
right.
and then what's it say? What's high?
Audio input.
Alt.
Yeah, take audio input and put it on whatever that microphone is.
I don't know what. I didn't do anything.
Well, sure as hell ain't default.
Scarlett Solo?
I don't know. Are you plugged into a Scarlett box?
I don't know.
Is your microphone plugged into a red box?
Yes.
All right, that's probably it. Don't you think, Ed?
Do I have to change the output?
Probably not.
Oh, no.
Ed's there. He's in the chat.
Hello.
All right, talk her through it.
I'm going to get a drink.
Okay, go ahead, Ed.
Okay, so I'm in the settings thing, and I hit audio.
Your microphone is a Scarlett Solo, and your headphones are the Scarlett Solo.
So it should all just be on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this does sound different.
This is fun watching it happen to somebody else.
Is that better?
Perfect.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Ed.
Bye.
Yeah, thanks, Ed. Hope you're feeling better. You seem to be feeling good.
You're stupid, because this time it wasn't me. That used to
I'm always stupid, though, when it comes to this stuff.
No, that used to happen to me all the time. I'd be like, how come? People in the chat room would be like, you sound funny. I'd be like, what? I didn't do anything different. And then I had to do that because it was on the wrong microphone all the time. All right. And look at how James is gone. James expected this to take a lot longer than it did. There you go. That's why we get Ed involved.
That's right.
All right.
Go right to the top.
You know, hey, you know what? Before we get started, let's see who's here. We got April April Michelle. What's the mark on Pugs? Mark on my forehead? Do I have a mark on my forehead?
Do you? I can't see.
I don't think so. Oh no, I think that's just. I'm wearing.
Did Johnny Depp throw a phone at you?
Yeah, I'm wearing my minor league baseball Chicago Dogs from the Independent League hat, and I think there's a red. I think there's a. Let me see here. There's probably like a red. Yeah, there's a red piece of thread. So maybe that looked like. Is that what you were talking about, April? I don't know. And now we gotta wait 15 seconds for her to hear that because of the delay.
Well, you know, since COVID, well, at least the past couple of months, I've become a big Savannah Bananas fan.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, look at Savannah Bananas. I love that name.
They're funny.
You know, as James and I went through a couple of weeks ago, that's one of the rare names in minor league baseball that isn't a two-part name. And by that, I mean, like, every team is now the Riverton River Rats.
Yeah.
Or the Bay City Bog Pigs. You know, they're all like, bam, bam. They all like have different names. Like the Frisco Rough Riders. You know, they all have two names.
Yep.
Kelly, guess what? Kelly just stumbled across her favorite minor league team, James, and it doesn't fit our criteria for double names. She likes the Savannah Bananas.
Mm-hmm. They're funny.
Oh, I love that. Yeah,
Yes.
it's adorable.
Savannah bananas. I like
They
that.
can't even grow bananas there, but that's not the point.
No, it just
no, no.
rhymes with Savannah.
All right, James, what do you say we do what we like to do every year? That we start the show off with a little bit of a monologue. Are you ready for a monologue?
No, I'm not ready for a monologue. The hell, did I send you a
All right.
script?
Well, here we go anyway. 1, 2, 3. You're going to have to wing it, James. All right, welcome to the Comfort Nest Lounge high atop the 1% compound. It's time for the comedy sensation known the globe around. The globe around.
Mm-hmm. It is round.
Yeah, but that's redundant, right? You don't have to say around the globe.
Like when people say at 4 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, you already covered that with the a.m. part.
Yeah. It's James Marshall Parker.
All right, thank you. Good crowd. Nice to be here. Hey, the World Health Organization is investigating whether monkeypox is sexually transmitted. Kelly, did you hear about this?
I know that there's a lot of talk of monkeypox, and I'm like, do I really need to worry about that?
Well, so far the guidance is that you should start using protection if you're sleeping with a monkey.
All right, I will.
Yeah. It's just funny because the assumption that you're already sleeping with the monkey is anyway.
Right on.
Pete Davidson, A.D. Bryant, Kyle Mooney, and Kate McKinnon are leaving Saturday Night Live. Did you hear about this, Pugs? This is big news for you. Obviously, the show will be the same, but it'll probably be better without Pete.
100%. James, let me just take a moment and discuss the departures from Saturday.
I wanted to discuss this as a whole topic.
Oh, okay. Then continue.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
Continue on. We'll bring it back as a topic. I'll sit on my thoughts. I think that's a fine idea. James?
All right, so we have a big sausage recall out of New York. 14,000 pounds of sausage have been recalled. In some testing, the samples contain 50,000 times the recommended daily allowance of iron. Because that little scraps of metal in it.
Yeah, I don't have a cue sheet today, so it's all rim shots.
Well, I didn't think we were going to do one because you sidelined it the last 2 times we had Kelly on. I guess
did not. Kelly,
No, we did it.
No, we did.
Yeah.
We do them every time she's here. That's your little moment to shine, kiddo. I'm not going to take that away from you. You're already twisted up enough about having to share a screen with another person.
I know. And I was late today, so it's hard to complain.
Yeah.
All right. So in Austin, Texas, a dog was rescued after it fell into a storm drain. It was one of those like a dog in a manhole. Animal control officer said the accident could have been prevented if the dog hadn't been texting. Wasn't paying attention where he's going, I guess. Today is World Turtle Day. Unfortunately, it's off to a slow start.
Oh, God.
CSI, if you want to.
I saw that coming.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. That's
I did.
very good.
CSI.
Right.
I would like to hear the CSI sounder, please. That was a dad joke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, keep it right there. You're going to need it again. Hey, so today is World Turtle Day. Its purpose is to raise awareness of Mitch McConnell. Congratulations, Mitch. It's your day. Happy birthday to Joan Collins today. She looks great for 120.
I don't even know that you're far off.
No, she's 89.
Yeah, it's not that far.
All right, and happy belated birthday to the great Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber. I don't know how old he is or how many candles he's getting, but I don't think we should let him light the cake. And well, that was an and finally.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
You didn't give me the and finally.
Yeah, well,
Oh, am I angry? I'm not. Well, I'm not angry, but I guess I'm just.
Why would you be angry?
Well, the Saturday Night Live thing all weekend long. All the big Pete Davidson's leaving. Pete David, man, look.
I thought he already left.
Yeah, because he's never there.
No.
He's never there. He's always in a rehab or he's shooting a movie. And there are the scuttlebutt among the older Saturday Night Live former cast members. Oh, they didn't like that. All of a sudden, do you know that there's like dozens of former Saturday Night Live people who had to forego films that they felt would have made their career because Lorne wouldn't let them miss a show because they had to film during the time that Saturday Night Live was on. And Pete Davidson was allowed to leave every single time. Oh.
No, he had to leave. Who's going to hold Kim's purse as she walks around if he's not there?
Turn yourself down a little, Kelly.
There you go.
I don't know how to do that.
You can do it on the Scarlet
move
box.
Back.
The tiny little gray
Hell.
knob on your Scarlet box.
Just so
the rings are in the green and not the red.
That's what she said. Just start playing with knobs.
Boy, that one felt good. So here's what I think is the biggest news of the people that are leaving. This is the end of the greatest Saturday Night Live player that has ever been, Kate McKinnon. No one has more range. No one has carried more skits. No one has done more funny stuff. I know. I know this.
No one? Yeah, I know. Nobody.
No.
God, you and your absolutism. No, not even close. Oh my God, dude! For the last 3 seasons, every time she came into a sketch, I was like, "Oh, the drama kids are in charge now. Oh, are they going to sing? Oh, is she going to do the same one-note character that was funny for the first 3 years that she was on, but then it's always the same damn thing?" Come on, man. Her Ruth Bader Ginsburg thing was unwatchable. You've been Ginsburg. It's unwatchable. She seems like a nice enough lady, but talk about a one-trick pony. And mark my words, unless she gets hooked up on some situation comedy that takes off, her career is going nowhere. She is the male... Who is that dude? Chris Kattan. She is headed for Chris Kattan land. Yeah, that is what. I'll tell you what the big miss, the person that's going to be missed the most by me is Kyle Mooney. That dude was so sneaky funny in everything that he did, and they never used him in anything. They didn't know what to do with that guy.
Yeah, I don't even know who it is.
Dude, Kyle Mooney is the guy that if you knew him in real life, if he walked in the room, you just start laughing.
He's hysterical.
Like, what are you up to, Kyle? He's like, what? I don't know. He
always played the nervous guy. Like he did a lot of YouTube videos. Like, hey, it's me. This is my here. Oh, let me show you something that Kyle Mooney did that was so funny. And we'll get into this. Hold on. Have you ever seen his Kyle Mooney at a baseball game sketch where he pretends to be like a kid with a YouTube channel? And he just goes to a baseball game and starts interviewing people. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think I have.
Right,
I used to love the bad Jersey comedian that he used to do on Weekend Update, where he would tell awful jokes.
Yeah.
Oh man, he would just bomb really hard and then get nervous and down on himself.
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. It was called Kyle Mooney Sports. I think it was. Hold on, let me see. Let me pull this up. This guy was funny, and Lauren never knew what the hell to do.
Well, he's not dead. You
No,
can move on to something else.
All right, here you go. Okay, so this is like his running bit early on in his career. Hold on, let's pull this up. Here we go. He goes out and he does sports, and he doesn't know anything about sports. All right, is that showing?
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
We're there live. The Giants of the Dodgers game. Talking baseball, hitting, catching, making all the plays happen. Let's talk to it.
Let's talk to it. Baseball.
That's a quick question.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Smell that green grass? Just sweet crack of the bat. Man, it should be back. Ever seen them launch your Grand Slams?
What's that?
Ever seen them launch your Grand Slams?
I don't know what you're saying, dude.
Ever seen them launch your Grand Slams?
Oh, Grand Slam, yeah. Of course.
Is it real? Is it real?
Yeah.
It's a real great sport. Hope to see a few of those home run balls launch into orbit. Clayton Kershaw said the other night was the fans were, some of the best fans out there.
And the fact that they're cheering for both.
Totally. As soon as they step up to the plate, get ready for that real rocket.
Nolo, 209.
Namo 209. Namo 209. When everybody is around and we're swinging to long bombs away, how do we come around to know, man, this really is what it's for?
Yeah. Are you high right now? What? What was that? Is that a question?
Baseball. Say, have fun to the game. Catching, diving, making all the all-star.
Right now, bro. Get out. Get out.
Why make yourself important?
Catching, diving. It's just for the fans.
Get out, bro.
Just for the fans. There are good guys around here. Make it for the fences.
Wow, this is the worst interview I've ever had. I'm sorry, man.
No problem. Real great group of guys.
Great group of guys.
SF Giants, man. SF. You see that? Look, it's not that hard. SF.
SF.
No, like that, bro. You don't do it like that. Look. This finger right here, that finger right there.
SF. What's up, baby? All right. Why did they do that at this point?
Well, if he's rattled, that's what I'm thinking. Because they've gotten 2 home runs off him, and he doesn't have the control anymore.
Yeah.
The guy that got the second
one.
The guys Baumgartner's in.
That doesn't seem like the fair. That doesn't seem like the fair one right at this point.
I don't know what. Baumgartner. I don't know.
This isn't. Is it just? Is it for the rest of the season?
What is?
The big league boys?
The what?
The big league boys?
Big league boys? What, baseball? What about it?
Is it for
awful.
Are we going to be carried through?
Are they going to win it again, you mean? As a San Francisco fan, I hope so. But, you just never know. It has to play out.
That's the name of the game, if I said so myself.
That's right. All right, take care, guys.
Take care.
All right, that's enough of Kyle Mooney. But he always played that off. He's the guy that no matter what scene he was in, James hit it. He's like, if he was our friend, we would just start every scene that he just creeped into, I would start to giggle because he's so awkward and so weird. And you're right, that comedian he did on Weekend Update was one of my favorites. So I'm gonna miss him the most. I want him to stick around and have a little bit more room to grow, but he's out.
I want Keenan Thompson still around?
Yeah.
This is the longest run of anyone, and it's not even close, right? Isn't he like 5 years longer than anyone else?
Not even close. At this point, it's probably like a decade longer. Keenan Thompson has been on the show. Keenan Thompson's like in his mid-40s. He started on the show when he was like 22. Yeah, I mean, he's been on the show forever.
How come he gets to stay and all these other people have cycled out?
Because he's smart. Because he knows. Keenan Thompson is a very self-aware dude. And let me give you some. Keenan Thompson has really grown in to a good performer on that show. I would say I hated him for the first decade and a half.
I
hated him for the first 5 years. He broke character in almost every sketch for the first 5 years, and now he is the elder statesman. And he's like what Phil Hartman was for a while.
I love him and everything that he does now. That old "What's Up with That" sketch was so annoying for like the first 5 or 6 years, and then it just became so funny that he's fantastic. He's great. So Kyle Mooney left. Kyle Mooney's the one I'm going to miss the most. Then I think, I don't know. Then it's just sort of a push.
Let me hear about A.D. Bryant. Your thoughts on A.D. Bryant, both of you.
I like
she's
80.
funny.
Yeah, I like 80. I think she's
But
funny.
I think of her as doing other things.
Yeah, she's going to go be like the best friend to the hot lead actress in a whole bunch of like Bradley Cooper movies.
Whatever Melissa
Rom-coms.
McCartney
Bravo
was doing.
shows.
Whatever Melissa McCartney was doing 5 years ago, that's what Adie Bryant's going to start doing now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what she's gonna be. She's gonna get all the stuff that Melissa McCarthy turns down. She's funny. I saw her years ago before she was on Saturday Night Live when she was at Second City in Chicago, when we used to go to Second City every week. You know who is one of my new favorites though? James, are you still watching? Do you still watch every week the way I do?
Not every week, but I've watched episodes this season. Yeah.
Kelly, how about you? Are you?
I
familiar
haven't
with
watched
the
it in
cast?
10 years.
Sarah Sherman. Sarah Sherman is like starting to sort of emerge as like the new, almost Kate McKinnon, like the go-to girl who's not afraid to not be pretty. You know what I mean? There was like all these other girls.
Sounded like a compliment, but it probably was an insult.
No,
Afraid to not be pretty.
No, she is pretty. She's cute, but she's like not afraid to be gross. Remember the way like Rachel Dratch was always okay with being gross,
Yes.
and Kate McKinnon was always okay with being gross, and not a lot of women on Kristen Wiig was never really gross. Cecily Strong is never gross.
Sherry O'Terry would be gross.
Sherry O'Terry, that's another good one. Gilda Radner was fine being gross. Like they always needed a girl who was comfortable being gross. And that's sort of like Sarah Sherman. Sarah Sherman is another person who I used to see before she got Saturday Night Live. She was known as Sarah Squirm. And if you want to look at some videos, go to YouTube and just look at Sarah Squirm. Her lane in comedy was body horror humor. Do you know what body horror is?
No idea.
Body horror.
Jackass?
No, body horror is a genre of film that like weirdo movie freaks like. Body horror is like when a head grows out of your boob or something, or you get a third arm, or body horror. It's
like
genre.
TLC.
Yes. TLC engages in a lot of body horror stuff, but her stand-up comedy was all based on body horror. Like she would do really gross things in a stand-up sketch, which is why when I read last year that she got on Saturday Night Live, I'm like, what is she going to do? That is not for Iowa. The kind of stuff that she does is not going to play in Nebraska, but she's really good. Her big breakout character this year was Chucky. I don't know if you ever saw the Chucky doll sketches that they do now.
Do you know my kids love Chucky?
She plays Chucky in the workplace. She plays domestic Chucky married. She plays, and it's really funny.
Oh my gosh.
So I think she's the good. James, any thoughts on the people who are leaving Saturday Night Live?
I think higher of Kate McKinnon than you do, and that's based on so many statistics that you can just lay out, like number of sketches that were all drawn up for her. Number of, like in the alien abduction cold open that they did last week. That's a sketch that they've done a bunch with her. Yeah, I get it. She's rehashing the character a lot.
50th time, still funny.
It's pretty funny. It is still pretty funny. I laughed. And look, everyone else in that skit, no one has a punchline except for Kate McKinnon. Everyone else is just setting up Kate McKinnon. And so
James, it's because they're the straight people. Do you not know how comedy works?
I know, but that's something where she is just carrying a sketch all by herself, and that deserves a little bit of credit.
I'll tell you, who wasn't funny? That Abbott. That Costello was hysterical, but that Abbott never said anything funny.
I get you, but she's still funny nonetheless. And not everyone can sit there and have all these sketches that are 100% completely dependent on them and still pull it off as much as she did. She did Angela Merkel. And I know you didn't like her Ruth Bader Ginsburg, but how the hell else is she supposed to make a 88-year-old Supreme Court justice funny? I thought it was pretty funny.
How about don't do it? Yeah, how about don't do the sketch?
But she did like the old Russian peasant woman that I always thought was funny.
Same note. Kelly, you got any thoughts?
I have no idea. I don't know what you're talking about, really.
You don't know who Kate McKinnon is?
No, I know Kate McKinnon. Yeah.
James, my big problem with Saturday Night Live over the last couple of years is that they have stopped being edgy and stopped being provocative. And it's like the drama team has taken over the show. Every other sketch is who gets to sing this week? and it's either at a Holiday Inn, lounge where they're doing like a song thing, or it's a local community theater production of a play that goes awry, or it's just like, oh God, this again. And that all seems to be driven by Kate McKinnon and Cecily Strong, who Cecily Strong is another one who I'm just done with. I'm just so,
Wow.
well, she's a talented girl. Time to move on, Cecily. Time to move on.
Now she's the one that's been their second longest behind Keenan, right?
Possibly, yeah. At this point, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the.
Well, you're my Saturday Night Live authority, Mister. I've seen every episode within like
Well,
30
who else is
seconds of it
there?
airing.
Like, okay, of the women that are there, I think Sarah Sherman is really strong. I think that Heidi Gardner is really strong. I think that that's really about it.
Is this like court-ordered viewing for you, Pugs?
No,
You like hate
Oh,
so
no.
much of it, but watch it all the time.
Oh, I've hated it for the last couple of episodes.
All right, your thoughts on Mikey Day? Where does he stand?
Terrible.
Shut up!
Terrible. Talk about one note, dude. He does the same character
The
all
boat guy.
the time. Yes, the boat guy. Hysterical. Do that one again.
It's pretty awful. All right, so you like Kyle. Everyone else sucks except for Sarah.
Kyle Mooney also did Baby Yoda, which always killed me.
Oh man, that was funny. Okay.
Yoda. He's like a hip hop gangster Baby Yoda. That was funny. Who else do I like? Ross Rubio says Melissa Villaseñor. She's coming along. She still hasn't. She changed her voice. Did you know that? She
used to talk kind of like Kermit the Frog
all the time.
She had to go to like vocal teachers to teach her how to speak differently because people in America were like,
Just when you think you're done with school.
Right. Well, she did. She used to have his voice that was here, and then she learned how to kind of lower it, and now she's doing sort of a sultry thing, who sometimes still goes into the Kermit the Frog thing.
Not hot.
Chloe.
No,
Feynman.
it's not hot.
I think I forgot about Chloe Feynman. I think Chloe Feynman is hysterical. Chloe Feynman is great. Also,
I don't know who any of these people are.
How do you not
Never heard of them?
Yeah, April. Good. April says Chloe Feynman. Chloe Feynman is like the next big star. I'm telling you, she's the one. I keep forgetting about her, but man, is she good. She does amazing impersonations. She sounds like everybody. She's really versatile and she's gorgeous. It helps for me watching. She's so cute. She's just adorable. Ross says, I don't think that show is the right thing for her, but she's funny and a great mimic. Yeah, I don't know, Ross. Who are you talking about? I don't know which one. We talked about a bunch of people. Jeff says they missed big not bringing in Maya Rudolph to do a Kamala Harris. Ukraine is a small country and Russia is. Maya Rudolph was on last week. Her and Fred Armisen came on last week. Oh, yeah. Kristen Wiig was awesome. Kristen Wiig was great. One of the great females of all time, I think. All right. There we go. That's enough. Saturday Night Live, I have no idea what's
what about Alex Moffat?
Nope. Mikey Day and Alex Moffat both suck. They both suck.
Man.
Hold on. Let me pull up. Yeah. Okay. So here, I'll pull up
the cast.
The kid from Plano. I like the kid from Plano. I think
was that his name?
Yeah. We'll just call him the kid from Plano.
I think we just confused Alex Moffat and Mikey Day with the boat guy.
Yep, we did.
Yeah. Okay.
You did. All right. So Cecily Strong. Here's
point taken. Then
this is not the current cast.
Point taken. Then
give him a current SNL cast. Yeah, both of them suck. They do the Trump sons. I hate that sketch. It's just so
that's all right.
Eric and Don Jr.
It's so stupid. It's just so dumb. They're very one-dimensional. All right, current SNL cast. Who do we got? Let's see. Current members. All right. Oh, I do this with my kid when we watch Sarah. Current SNL cast. They give me Seth Meyers first.
See, that's why you do current because
I did do current.
I know. Don't. SNL cast 2022 or 2021.
There you go. That's good. All right. SNL cast And look at that. It's the first option. SNL cast. Okay. So when they do the introductions, my kid and I, we sit there and we do our thumbs like this. And if he's watching right now, he'll be like, yeah, we do that. And we either go bing or buzz when the person says, and Cecily Strong. And we either go bing or like that. Okay. So I'll do it. Apparently, when you Google search 2021 cast, they give you Beck Bennett first, who hasn't been on the show in 4 years. Yeesh. All right, here we'll just do it. 80 Bryant. Bing.
Yes.
Michael Che. Bing. Pete Davidson.
I haven't seen him in so long.
Mikey Day. Heidi Gardner. Bing. Colin Jost. Bing. Kate McKinnon. Alex Moffat. Kyle Mooney. Bing. Ego Wodum. Bing. Forgot about her. She's great. Chris Red. Bing. Cecily Strong. Keenan Thompson. Bing. And then this is not the current list. Melissa Villasenor. Bing. Andrew Dismukes. Something. That kid's got something. I don't know what it is.
Hit his stride yet?
We're going to tell. Chloe Feynman. Bing. Lauren Holt. No idea. Punky Johnson. Bowen Yang. Who else? That's the other. I hate Bowen Yang. I hate that guy. I don't. I don't like anything that he does. I think that he is completely one-dimensional.
He's been quite one-dimensional, but I can recall a skit where he was not being that same sort of hyper gay Asian character. It was the newscast from Montreal, and so it was kind of like half in French, and so he was speaking with a French accent, and you have never heard him do another accent. And so when he does that, you're actually impressed that he can be something else besides a regular hyper gay Asian man.
I don't know. I don't know. You're right. That's what he is. We need a gay and we need an Asian, and that's basically all he plays on the show. He plays. He's
like, I'm both. It's Pride Month.
He's just not good. There's been plenty of gay people on Saturday Night Live who have been good, but he's
Name one. Name one.
Plenty of what has been good? Gay guys?
Gay guys.
Fucking Kelly.
You with your demands of proof.
Oh no.
I need the receipts. The receipts.
I don't know. Okay, so maybe there haven't been any funny gay people on Saturday Night.
Aren't half of them gay?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
Like Chris Kattan, is he gay?
Gotta be right.
Wait, is he the guy that walked out of the Big Brother house? Was he on Big Brother? And then he left because he couldn't handle it like 2 days in? Because I hear there's some problems with him. Or I'm confusing him with another SNL member completely. But I thought it was him.
Rob Schneider, is he gay?
Kate McKinnon's gay.
I'd question that because what I always think of with Rob Schneider is the fact that he carried that little dog around with him whenever we were in California.
Yeah. He
I'm
brought
like,
a
what are you
dog
doing
to
with
an
that
interview.
thing?
He brought a dog to an interview and then was difficult about it.
Like a like a teacup chihuahua.
That's why I think he's gay.
Could be.
Well, no,
who's he romantically linked with?
Rob Schneider has his daughter's Elle King.
Yeah, she sings.
So what? Doesn't mean he can't be gay.
That's just weird.
I don't know.
Well, he didn't commit to the bit then.
I'm looking for funny people who were gay on Saturday Night Live because Kelly backed me in a corner, and I honestly don't think I can do it now. I don't think I got one.
I couldn't think of anyone.
Well, there's a bunch of gay chicks.
Who?
Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, but I don't
Is
think
she a lesbian?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
She's very out. She's been out the whole time. But it's not like there are funny gay people. Sean Hayes is very funny. I think
there are a lot of funny gay people.
Hysterical. Just not on Saturday Night Live. Apparently, Lauren's hiring the unfunny ones. All right, you know what? This is what we did. Google has not been coming through for me. Gay Saturday Night Live cast members. Okay, gay.
Oh my God.
SNL cast members. There we go. Okay, here we go. So there's actually there seems to be a Google list. Let's run through.
There seems to be.
Oh no.
None
of them are funny.
Oh yeah. Names we'd recognize but not celebrate. Okay.
Denny Dillon, Denitra Vance, Kate McKinnon, Bowen Yang, and Punky Johnson. And I've already taken craps on Kate McKinnon, Bowen Yang, and Punky Johnson. So,
whoops.
Oh, I see a headline: SNL's gay history. All 4 LGBTQ cast members.
Oh no.
All 4. You
All
found
right,
4?
well,
Okay, good.
I identify as gay now. Does that help?
that's from 2018. Oh, there was that guy. Oh, this guy was funny. Terry Sweeney. We got one.
There
Terry
you go.
Sweeney.
Oh, we're saved.
Now, Terry Sweeney was only on for a couple of years because he died of AIDS.
Oh, geez.
He
Not
did
downer.
commit to the bit. Yeah.
Not funny. But he used to do Nancy Reagan. He was the dude in the 80s who used to play Nancy Reagan. And it was
I don't remember this guy at all.
It's hysterical. His Nancy Reagan was hysterical. All right. So that was good.
You
He's
should
good.
put that on his resume.
All
Oh,
right.
except you died.
And then
Yeah.
Denitra Vance, she was totally forgettable. Kate McKinnon. All right. Look, Kate McKinnon is funny. You know what? I need to fix this. I need to fix what I said. about Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon is very funny and immensely talented. My problem with Kate McKinnon is that she seemed to have gotten very lazy. She seems to have gotten like her characters were all the same note and they just seemed to be one after another the same thing. And it just didn't.
See, I think something else about that because she is funny when she's doing Angela Merkel. She is funny when she's doing the Queen of England. She is funny when she's doing the Russian peasant. She's funny when she's doing the lesbian cat lady that always has the partner with her and they do inappropriate things while holding cute little kitty cats. I think she's talented just because she's a woman of 1,000 accents. She can do like
she's an international character.
she is. Then look, that shows range. That's the opposite of what your complaint is about Leslie Jones. Is she just comes out there and does one thing in one voice, no matter what year or situation or setting.
Did you know that?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, God,
Did I do that?
No, that was me.
Anyway,
Okay.
I look, just on paper, you have to give her credit for being able to even attempt all those voices because Pete Davidson doesn't know a whole lot of accents. Leslie Jones didn't know any accents. I've only heard Bowen Yang do 3 accents, and that's a start, but it just scratches the surface of what Kate McKinnon does.
Pete Davidson is not funny. I don't know.
Who else does a German accent? So Angela Merkel. Now you're talking about what, Kevin Nealon and Dana Carvey when they were doing the Austrians?
Phil Hartman could do it all.
I loved him. I
Daryl
loved him so
Hammond.
much.
Daryl Hammond could do it all.
I
Those
bet Daryl
guys-
Hammond could do it. I'm not
guys
sure if I heard Phil Hartman do it. I heard Mike Myers do a German accent for Sprockets, but I'm just
genius. But this is
Right.
your criteria for what's funny. Being able to do a German accent. That's it.
Yeah.
no. To have range means she's not a one note character. I am answering very directly your criticism that she's just the same thing in every skit.
Well,
No, she's definitely not. You
Look.
might have other qualms about her, but it's not because she's doing the same thing in every skit.
She's the leader of the drama kids. That's my problem. I admit that I have a chip on my shoulder when it comes to this. It just bugs me. It's like, oh, they're going to do another singing thing. All right, let's talk about something I wanted to talk about with both of you guys. Are you following the love triangle out of Austin, Texas that has now turned into a manhunt? And boy, oh boy, do we need a manhunt. Did we get excited with the whole Brian Laundrie thing? James, we did weeks and weeks of shows on Brian Laundrie.
And it was fun. It
was
was
fun.
solving mysteries.
Yeah.
By the way, lived 10 minutes from my mom.
Who did? Brian Laundrie?
Brian Laundrie. Yep.
Oh, gosh.
Well, why didn't
We
she help?
visited the same Publix.
Oh, look at that. Did she,
She
have
could
any
have got us
rub-ins
some footage or something, man.
with the
James, my
laundry?
mom couldn't move. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. That's the whole
Oh, he's
ALS
mom's-
thing. That's it.
Well played, James. Well played.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we following the story, James? Let me tell you.
Not a clue. I know nothing of this
You don't know
story.
anything about this?
Hell no. I've been working all day.
Did you not watch the? You do talk radio. What do you mean you don't know? What kind of prep are you doing? This is like the #1 story in America right now.
Yeah.
I didn't know it either. And I was
Catch me
searching
up.
Caitlin Collins at first.
Oh, geez, Louise. Okay, so here's the story for you kids that aren't with us here. I talked about it this afternoon. It's still trending. The whole world is looking for Caitlin Armstrong.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I'm
so
not.
a couple of weeks ago, a girl by the name of Mo Wilson, who is one of the best bicycle riders
That sounds so
12.
stupid just to say, doesn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
She's one of the best bicycle riders that isn't 12
She
in
got the
America.
bronze medal and Red Rover.
Yeah. Hey, don't look. Put a little respect on her name. She was 25. She was really good. Notice, take the cues from me. I'm saying was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
it's less funny now.
Yeah. Yeah. She was an adorable California bicycle rider who came down here to Austin to compete in some big. She was like ranked 5th in the world. She'd only been in 4 races. She had won 3 of them. She was like, oh my God, she's the next big thing in female bicycle riding. I don't know what that even
I don't even know what that constitutes.
So she had a friend in Austin, a guy by the name of Colin Strickland, who is also like a really good bicycle rider guy. Like Colin Strickland is like ranked.
Bicycles are a big player in Austin.
They really are. They
Yeah.
really
It's
are.
to an annoying degree, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here's what happens. So these two, the 2 bicycle riders, Colin Strickland and Mo Wilson, they hooked up back in October. They hooked up. They had a little bit of a dalliance. And
they had a long time affair. How long was it again?
Like a night or 2.
A week. Yeah, it was a week.
She had to leave. She had to go back on the bicycle riding tour, which took her back to California. So she has this affair with Colin Strickland, and Colin Strickland's got a girlfriend, a yoga instructor who's very, very attractive.
She's cute, yeah.
Oh, very attractive. Don't say that to Wilson.
Is this a yoga instructor in Austin?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're all 10s. I just they're all 10s. Yeah.
And she's in a long 3-year relationship with pro bike rider Colin Strickland. So,
Freaking loser. Look, y'all, remember Austin is the home of Lance Armstrong, the Babe Ruth / Michael Jordan of people pedaling.
Well, actually,
bicycles.
Plano. Wasn't he born and raised in Plano, but he moved to Austin?
Yeah, but he has like his big bike shop in Austin. He had to change the name of it though.
Yeah. Well,
Live strong.
Just so we're clear, there is no relation between wanted murderess Caitlin Armstrong and Lance Armstrong, even though we are talking about the bicycle.
Ooh, that's right. I didn't
It's
put that
just
together.
a coincidence. So Mo Wilson and Colin Strickland, they hook up, and then Colin gets back together with his girlfriend, the yoga teacher, Caitlin Armstrong, and they're back to normal. They've been together for over 3 years, and then come January, somebody tells Caitlin, "Hey, did you know that Colin was with that?" Because Colin was like mentoring her, and like apparently would always be like, "Yeah, so did you see Mo did really good in this week's trials?" Like he's saying that stuff around Caitlin, and Caitlin's like, "Oh yeah, good for you. You're really a little bit too into this."
Yeah,
Mo.
dumb move. Dumb move.
I don't know what's happening with you and Mo. I don't know why suddenly you're mentoring a 25-year-old California bike rider. And so somebody says, "Hey, did you know that in October, you and Colin, your boyfriend, and Mo, they hooked up and they had like this torrid affair?" Caitlin lost her shit back in January.
Because they were on a break, to be fair. They were on a Ross and Rachel break.
According to Colin, I think Caitlin may have just been out of town on a yoga retreat, but in Colin's mind, they were on a break. So, she loses her shit and she freaks out on Colin, and they're fighting, and they get everything back together. Well, a couple weeks ago, Mo comes to town for another race, a big 157-mile bike race, and all of a sudden, Colin is like, Caitlin blocked her phone number in Colin's phone. So
I don't even know how that works. Can't you just unblock it?
I don't either. So he had to put her name in the phone under a fake name because it's totally innocent. Because Colin's totally innocent in all
Yeah, don't worry about it.
He doesn't just break off connections with her. He's just gonna now. Okay, and so the other night, I think it was the night of the 11th. Colin is doing that thing where he's texting with somebody, and Caitlin's like, "Who are you texting with?" And he's like, "Brad down at the
Nathan
shop." Yeah, something like that. And Dumbo, for some reason, leaves his phone unattended for a minute, and Caitlin goes and looks, and she sees that it's a girl. And through the context of what they're talking about, Caitlin's like, "This is the girl. This is that Mo girl." So at that point, oh no, but she didn't tell Colin that she knew it was her. And then Colin comes out of the bathroom. Yeah, Brad needs some help down at the bike shop, so I'm gonna go hang out with. He did that move.
To pump some tires. I don't know.
So he goes out and he was on a date. He set up a date with Mo Wilson, and according to the texts. You know what? Let's have this explained to us the way that every news story should be explained to us, and that's through Inside Edition. Let's have Inside Edition explain this. James, are you up for it? A little Inside Edition, just to give us the rundown on this whole story.
It's one of our most reliable sources in news today.
Yes, it is. Here it is.
They have all the good parts.
All right, here's Inside Edition. All right. Why is there no sound?
Don't ask me.
Dude, I bet you cyclists have a sweet butt, right?
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
By 34, an international manhunt is underway today for the suspected killer of a top female bike racer. Police say professional cyclist Mariah Wilson was shot dead by 34-year-old yoga teacher Caitlin Armstrong in a fit of jealous rage. The wanted woman allegedly lashed out after learning that her live-in boyfriend, Colin Strickland, had had a secret love affair with the victim. Colin Strickland is also a top-rated professional cyclist. Just last month, the 25-year-old victim, Mariah Wilson, won a big race in California. On the night she was killed, she was in Austin, Texas, preparing for another race. Police say she went on a date with Strickland after texting him, "If you just want to be friends, then that's cool, but I'd like to talk about it." They went for a swim at this popular pool and then had dinner together. After the date, Mariah Wilson returned to the house where she was staying, and just minutes later, she was shot dead. Police say her rival knew about the date because she'd been stalking her. Police say this ring camera video shows the suspect's car outside the house around the time of the murder. It's a black Jeep Grand Cherokee with the license plate LDZ.
Hey, James?
Yes.
She's way your type, isn't she?
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God. I was about to shoot her myself.
No, she's the murderer.
Yeah, good luck. You got to get the gun faster.
Well, then someone needs to shoot her then, right?
We don't call for anyone's death.
No, we don't.
Well, I'm just...
But you don't...
Metaphorically speaking.
My point is that this woman we're looking at right here, she's in the wind. And there are plenty of guys, maybe even one here on this stream, who would hide her out.
So she's the killer.
That's the killer.
Yeah.
Oh, I like her even
do it.
more. I like her even more then. No. You don't want the girl that's getting shot. You want the girl pulling the trigger.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Kelly.
Do you?
Grow up. Grow up.
No.
I'd like to investigate that. Yeah, that's the 34-year-old yoga teacher.
E5608. Armstrong's family says she's
I told you they're all 10s. I told you they're all 10s. If you're a yoga teacher in Austin city limits, you have to be at least a 9.
Dating
you don't get the permit.
She's not going to cut that hair either, by the way.
Oh, she's got
Why would you?
Hair is great.
Because
she wouldn't do something like this. The brutal murder of the rising star.
I know, James, that's the dead girl. That's the 25-year-old dead girl.
Has stunned the cycling world.
I was so shocked I literally got sick. Mariah encapsulated the very best parts of the sport. Everyone was real excited to see where she was going to go.
Strickland says he is cooperating in the search for his girlfriend. There is no way to adequately express the regret and torture I feel about my proximity to this horrible crime.
All right, so there you go. That's the story. Now,
we knew where she was going to go, 157 miles from where she was.
Yeah, we knew exactly where she was supposed to be. That's she's in town for. All right, so hot yoga teacher with the red hair who is right in James's lane. She flips out. She follows them on the date. And then basically, it seems like from the text that the dead girl sent the pro bicycle rider dude. She said, if you just want to be friends, that's okay, but I want to talk about it. And then they went swimming and out to dinner, right?
That's weird.
That is very weird. It's like, okay, let's talk about it. Let's take a swim. And then swimming's a very erotic date, right? You're seeing each other's bodies. There's tomfoolery in the pool.
Oh, there's hair problems. That's from a girl? No, it's hard.
No. Yeah, but did you see
You're
Mo?
in a bikini.
Mo's
like
covered,
8% body fat.
Mo is covered in dirt her life. You know, did you see those pictures of her? She doesn't wear makeup. She doesn't really. There's two girls involved. One extremely into her appearance. That's
Yes.
That's other one. Not at all. Seemingly not at all. I pulled up a bunch of YouTube videos of her, the dead girl, being interviewed. You know, on like these. Did you know there were bicycle TV shows?
No, I did not.
And she's really cute, you know, but she doesn't wear makeup, and she's like skinny, and she's got a big toothy smile. She's a doll.
Caitlin needs a little more namaste in her life, though.
Right?
Yes.
Right? Where's the Zen? She's supposed
no.
to be a I'm telling you, I know a lot of yoga people. Very few of them are actually Zen. Very few of them are actually in that. Maybe that's why they're drawn to it, you know, because they're hostile to begin with.
No, I'm not crazy. I'm a yoga instructor. How could I be crazy? I'm like so chill and so relaxed and vibed out. And
But by the way, can you imagine 2 more boring dinner guests than the yoga teacher that's coupled with the bicyclist?
God, Austin fitness people. Oh God.
So the dumbest date I went on is I went on a date with a girl who was a personal trainer. And I was just like talking to the salt shaker, man. It was awful.
Salt shaker. Yeah. Me as I'm wearing all my CrossFit apparel.
It was when I was working for y'all. She's like, so what do you do for a living? I'm like, well, I'm kind of on the radio. Oh, what station? 105.3. I never heard of it. It's like, well, this is
probably
gonna
not.
suck then.
You suck then.
Yeah.
All
This is gonna be awful.
All right, let's show you this one. All right, so this is here you go. This is the dead girl. Oh God, I hate to put it that way because you know it's no fun. But here you go. This is an interview that she gave. There are interviews like
who's interviewing her?
There's like bicycle riding TV shows, apparently.
Oh my gosh.
No, they probably make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, Kelly. You think I'm kidding? I mean, but yeah, these are
It's
like
the pre-ride show with Jim and Joy.
James.
Yeah, there's another podcast called The Bike Lane, I'm sure.
No. I was looking at the
right?
It's true.
Yeah.
I was looking up these people. They have big sponsors and they probably make a couple $100,000 a year. I mean,
brought to you by Huffy.
Dude, biking shit is big. I mean,
I know. I hate these people.
Me too.
There's 2 of them. I live in a small town and there's 2 bikers. I've lived here for 6 months, so I know who the bikers are. It's only 2 dudes. And they're always wearing like the skin tight clothes and like
I hate the
helmet.
fake sponsored shirts.
I know. It's
you
like no
got
one's
that at
sponsoring
Sport
you.
Mart or whatever.
Yeah, and you're a tax attorney and you're going down the side of the highway. You're gonna get yourself killed, idiot.
Hey there, everyone. Joy McCulloch here with the pre-ride show presented by Envy at the Belgian Waffle Ride. We're here in San Diego and we're joined with Mariah Wilson. And you came down from Northern California to test out the Belgian Waffle Ride. Yep. What do you think so far?
Well, I've really only been here a couple hours so far, so still kind of scoping it out, but did do a little bit of a pre-ride earlier on some of the gravel sections. So, course seems sweet. I think I have my bike my setup dialed. Okay. So, yeah, it's great. I'm stoked to be here.
Good. Okay, well, so that's the young one. That's the girl who's gone now, right? She's stoked. Very bike rider type lingo. And here, I want to show you this guy.
They are cringing every time you call them bike riders.
What are
bicyclists?
they?
Bicyclists.
Oh, excuse me. No, I like bike riders. Stick with bike riders. You're on a kid's toy. Damn it. You're like a step down from skateboarders.
And I'm sorry, but it's just not cool. You know, I mean,
no, it's not. It's definitely not cool.
It's not cool. All right, so here's Colin Strickland. This is the sex dude who's like at the center of this whole thing. Look at him.
I know.
Look at this guy. Stupid.
I feel like taking his lunch money right now. God damn it.
He looks like the Great Kazoo with the big giant hat. Dumb. Anyway, he was worth some money, or he is worth some money, and he's a highly ranked bicycle rider. No, I'm saying that on purpose. Again, that isn't 12. Because I got to believe that the best bicycle rider in the country right now is a 12-year-old kid in Cleveland.
Yeah, well, I am one of the top-ranked players of Connect 4. So, Nerds.
Look, we've got no business calling anyone else nerds.
Well,
I could headbutt him and he would be unconscious. It just
not with that helmet on.
Yeah, no, the helmet.
Maybe through the helmet, right?
You cannot look cool in a bicycle helmet.
You can't. No, you can't. Not when the
Especially
skin-tight
coupled with those
clothes.
shoes that they have to wear that look like Dutch shoes.
Yeah, and then you're wearing your shorts that are like skin tight, so it looks like you're just wearing your drawers or something. It's like
All
I
right.
wouldn't even wear that to go swimming, dude.
So here's why I'm comfortable dragging this guy. This guy put out a statement today about how he is just heartbroken at his proximity to this murder, and I'm like, dude, the proximity, you're the reason for the murder. You running around on your hot yoga girl to get some 25-year-old, bicycle riding friend. First of all, okay, 25-year-old dead girl, adorable. She's adorable. But he's in a long-term relationship with somebody who is much hotter. I mean, he's just that's what it was. He hooked up with the 25-year-old bicycle riding girl. She fell for him because he's like an older guy in the sport.
How old is he?
37. He's 37.
And the yoga chick's 34, right? So
30,
they're
yeah, but the bicycle rider chick's 25.
25. So he hooks up with I could probably introduce you to some sponsors. He did that whole rap back in October. He
thinking about mentoring you.
Yeah,
What
I'm
kind
telling
of creep
you.
or crap is that?
There's a lot of bad people in this sport. Maybe
I've never
So
pulled the mentor card.
So he bangs her because, his yoga teacher's out at some yoga retreat in Sedona or something.
Sounds about right. Yeah.
Somewhere.
Corpus.
And he's like, we were on a break.
The fattest city in the world. You think we're doing a lot of yoga? No.
Are y'all the fattest?
We were, yeah.
Oh, man.
Look at that. So, I mean, he manufactured this whole situation. He knew he was married to a nutbag. You're in a relationship with the redheaded yoga teacher.
They weren't even married, though.
No, but they were still in a relationship for 3 years.
Well, then that's Austin married. They're living together, right?
That's fitness married.
Right.
Austin fitness married.
Here's where the timeline doesn't line up, though. He said they were in a 1-week relationship between the end of October and the beginning of November that lasted a week.
Yeah.
But then she wants to get together in May, and she texts him, if you still say you just want to be friends, then I think that's okay, but we should meet up first. What was happening in that 6 months?
No, he was blowing her off because he was back with his hot girlfriend who was just out of town. He was just cheating on his hot girlfriend with her. He never liked her.
Well, then why does she still think that there's a chance that they could be together? So she's texting him like, I guess,
because she likes him.
Because she wants to believe she wasn't a one-night stand piece
Oh my
of trash.
God, move on.
He used her. He used her as an older statesman in the sport of bicycle riding. He used her. And she went back to California, and now she's back in town, and she's like, oh, I can't stop thinking about him. I do kind of like him. I'm going to reach out.
Oh, God.
Come on. When you text somebody, her text said, if you just want to be friends, that's fine, but I want to talk about it. That tells me all I need to know about the relationship between the two of them. He wants her to go away because she's getting him in trouble with his redheaded yoga teacher girlfriend, right? It's a problem. And yet he still can't, he's like, okay, let's go swimming and then grab some dinner. He still does that. And redheaded crazy yoga teacher is following him.
Why did he buy her a gun?
I know.
Wait, I missed that part. Who bought who a gun?
Colin Strickland, bicycle rider kid, dude, he bought the weapon that killed the 25-year-old. He bought his crazy yoga teacher girlfriend a 9mm, like a couple months back.
They got matching guns, I believe.
Yeah. Very Texas.
Yes, it is.
Not very Austin.
Why does why would a yoga teacher have a gun? Can't they just like meditate?
Can't pray everything away.
Go away? Yeah.
It was all right. So here, wait a second. So anyway,
all right. So we haven't caught the girl. She's still on the lam.
Yeah. So let's bring you up to it. Okay. So they go out on the swim date. They have dinner. He walks her home. Apparently they kissed. All the while, redhead crazy yoga teacher is watching this from her black Jeep Cherokee.
Just
not handling it well.
Matter by the second.
Nama motherfucking stay is what she's doing inside her Cherokee, right? She's like a shit burning and she's like ringing bells. Ding, 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 ding. She's doing everything that she can.
Rubbing crystals together and shit.
Up losing her shit while
Whatever
she's
they-
watching this. So I have to assume Bicycle Boy hops on his little bike and pedals away. Right? You know he rode a bike to the day.
No, he didn't. God, no.
Had to have. I'm sure he rides a bike everywhere.
I would
So
think so, or they would have said that they saw his car, but nobody said that so far.
He jumped on his little bike. He pedaled away. She goes into her friend's apartment. I've heard it both described as a friend's apartment or an Airbnb that she was staying at for the race. So she goes in, he pedals away, and redheaded crazy yoga teacher then goes in and blows her head off in the bathroom. She's in the bathroom and just bam, bam, kills her and leaves. Now, a girl also staying at the Airbnb or apartment shows up, finds her dead. Hello, welcome home.
Welcome.
Oh my God. Calls the police. The police do what the police do, which is, hey, what neighbors around here have a ring system? Because everybody's got a ring doorbell.
Me, I do.
Then they go, so what's the story here? And they go, well, she was like kind of dating this guy who had a girlfriend, and the girlfriend's kind of nuts. And the police are like, oh, tell us more. Like, what kind of car does she have?
Like redhead yoga teacher in Austin nuts.
Say no more.
Yeah.
Say no more.
They're like, call the helicopter.
Two alarm,
Yeah.
alarm signs.
So the police are like, okay, well, let's learn about her. And they're like, well, she drives a black Cherokee. And then they're like, well, let's look at the ring doorbells. Oh, black Cherokee. Look at that license plate. That's her license plates. So they bring her in for questioning back on the 17th. They bring her in, and apparently she was really weird in the questioning. Like they said, why were you in the neighborhood? And she said, I don't know. That was her answer.
Good answer.
I don't
well
know.
prepared.
She didn't say it wasn't me.
You didn't think they were going to ask you that? You didn't see that coming, huh?
James, they let her go. They let her go and thought, well, we'll build a case or whatever. She seems like the most likely suspect. And then they learned about the gun. They got the ballistics back on the gun, and they're like, hey, yoga teacher has a gun like that.
Yeah.
Let's
Extreme likelihood.
So they called her back, and they were like, yeah, we want to see your gun. And, she was gone. She was in the wind. They think that she left on the 17th, the day after they interviewed her the first time, and she is gone. Now, here's the fun part. Ed Lavandera of CNN reported that she may have been sighted where I predicted this afternoon on the noon show chat room. Let me hear it. Where did I say everybody who does something bad in Austin, where do they go? Where do they go?
Florida?
Room.
San Antonio?
You do something bad in Austin.
Mesquite?
Where do you go?
Mexico?
You go to, I can't do this for another 15 seconds, but Dallas. Anything bad that happens in Austin, they jump in the car and they
I said Mesquite.
That's good. There you go, Ross.
Okay.
Leslie, I predicted it. I said, this girl's going to end up in Dallas. She ain't going to go any further. She ain't going to ditch her car. She's a yoga teacher. She's not going to steal a car. She's going to stay in the
That's what I was wondering.
Stay in the car that she's got. She's going to be on Uptown. She looks good. She's going to hook up with the dude. She's got options. She's got options. Although now that her picture is everywhere, I don't know what kind of option she has, but
I think there's a likelihood she could end up in my neck of the woods in Corpus Christi, South Texas, on the way to the border.
Why aren't these idiots going to Mexico immediately? Why aren't all these idiots?
She should have gone exactly. And really, how well thought out was this plan? Because now you don't have the guy. You're going to end up in prison. You killed somebody. Come on. You would have broken up in a year anyway.
She strikes me as someone who thinks Mexico is gross.
Yeah,
that's why.
Probably.
I think she thinks it's gross.
Yeah.
I'm sure she knows a dude in California, something like that. She knows dudes. She's a yoga teacher in Austin. She
knows some professional scooter guy.
Yes. Yeah. Some other bike rider guy. So she's out there. She's in the wind. She's been in the wind now for 6 days. Although
she totally could have gotten into Canada or Mexico in that time.
She could go anywhere. She'd go anywhere.
Not now.
Well, yeah, right. So who knows?
Man, I'd be in Honduras by now.
I don't know.
I don't know where that is.
Down. Just
By
keep
Mexico.
driving.
Yeah.
By
South. That's all I know.
It's like 4 countries down.
Yeah.
Like 4, 3 or 4. All right. So anyway, I guess now the question will be, and I'll start with you, Kelly. Dead or alive? Do we catch her dead or do we catch
alive?
Her? Has she killed
She's
her?
not going to kill herself. No. Mm-mm.
Why not? Too much of a narcissist?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly why. She'll have, moved through some movements. She's done some sequence. Trying to remember all my yoga.
You did bring it out. You mentioned it. She didn't think this through. Like,
no,
she doesn't have the boyfriend.
Yeah, what's it all for? What for?
And here's what I mentioned during the noon show. Why does this always happen? These are just small bird brain people who don't really process the information in front of them well. When you get cheated on, like, okay, let's say I'm with a girl and she cheats on me. What is this inclination that all these bird brains have to, I'm going to kick that dude's ass? The person she cheated on with didn't do anything.
I don't know. I don't know.
This dead bicycle girl didn't do anything. It's her boyfriend of 3 years who violated her trust, who betrayed her. Why is she's not thinking it through.
In theory, maybe he could have been leading her on, and she was just like, oh, he's going to leave her any day now, and we're going to be together.
But it's got to be a totally different mindset, because the thoughts never crossed your mind, Kelly. It's never crossed your mind, Pugs.
To kill somebody?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Well, like,
I fantasized about it for about 10 years every night before going to bed about how I would kill a certain individual.
I remember. You told me.
Someone that you were like in love with?
No.
Got him first. I'll put it that way.
But I used to think of it like, before I got married and I was just single and dating people, like if someone cheated on me or did something untrustworthy, it'd be like, oh, cool. We're breaking up then. I'm single. All right.
I've never slashed a tire. I've never keyed a car.
I never even got that upset. It was like, oh, good. I'm off the hook. I don't have to marry your ass.
No, I've been upset, but I just didn't I couldn't rationalize it because I'm like, I'm just going to get in trouble.
Right. And for what? Yeah. If I'm in jail, then I'm really not going to get laid anymore.
I can't go to jail. I can't go to jail.
I dated a lot of sketchy chicks. I've been cheated on a lot. It really never, in the moment, the ego says you should be but I never wanted to fight anybody over it.
No, I wanted to declare her a hoe and just move on.
Yeah, no, I've been upset, but I don't want to. I can't go to prison. I cannot.
Hell, I was almost excited about the get out of jail free card. It was almost like, hey, this one I get to move on and still date people. This is great.
That's what it is. Kelly's right. It's the whole, we think these things through. We go two steps. Like, what am I going to do? I don't want to, I don't even want to go. I don't want to confront a guy, fight him in the parking lot, and even spend 24 hours in jail. I don't want that.
No.
Yeah, and it's not even the jail. Like, if you go and you kill somebody, well, jail's part of it, but even if jail didn't exist, I wouldn't want to do it. It's like, well, why would I want to go, let the rest of the world know that I'm a murderer over some chick that isn't even decent enough to not cheat on me?
Oh, there are people that I would have murdered if I knew I could 100% get away with. If there was,
you never know that.
You say that, but if I go murder Tiffany and then I got to worry for the rest of my life about Tiffany's little brother coming and doing a revenge kill on me. You don't just murder people, Pugs, because they cheat on you.
Yeah, who's Tiffany, James?
This rich girl that I dated when I was on your show.
No. Like I said, if I knew I could get away with it, and that comprises any retaliation from family or anything like that.
You can't get away from that. There's always going to be a friend or a brother or a cousin or a dad or something.
I have crossed paths with some very bad people, James. Nobody would miss these people.
Look, I'm talking about the ones you dated.
Oh no, I would I would never
want to kill anyone I dated. If they were that bad of a human being, I probably wouldn't have dated them in the first place.
Well,
yeah,
I don't know. How hot are they? There's a lot of sliding scale when it comes to what you're willing to put up with.
But hey, part of me has a little bit of respect for someone that thinks so much of the relationship that they're willing to kill over it, because I can hardly get my wife to take out the trash. But it also fits the sort of the archetype that I'm living under now, to where me and my wife have agreed that the only way out of this relationship is one of us have got to die. We're not going to do a divorce.
Did you get a knife and have it etched in there till death? Because I hear people are doing that now.
I imagine we'd probably use a gun or poison, but it's just,
poison.
Yeah. If she's going to take me, it's probably going to be
so
poison.
Unreliable though. What if you didn't drink the Kool-Aid?
Look, we watched a lot of medieval shit in the last couple of years, so poison's kind of high on the list, and I'm not too upset about it because it'll be painful for a couple of minutes, but I'll go quick.
Yeah, what do they say that husbands need to be concerned if their wives spend a lot of time watching, like binge watching Dateline episodes?
Murder porn? Yeah.
Like if your
Oops.
wife is really into Dateline episodes, yeah, you should.
Yeah, well, look, I'm so old now that I actually wouldn't be that upset if my wife killed me. It's like, that's a better way to go than die slowly of natural causes over, the last 85 years of my life or whatever. No, I think it'd be kind of cute, sort of like Darlene Snell on Ozark. Like if someone's gonna take me out, I wouldn't mind if it was the redhead.
Don't you have like 4
It's
little
taking a
kids?
turn.
No, I definitely have 4 little kids, and I know that her primary focus in life is the well-being of those 4 kids. So, if old Parker has a $1.5 million life insurance policy and, maybe that's what's best for the kids.
No, you
Maybe
have
we
to
just take
live-
old James out on a hunting trip and only one person comes back.
James, you have to live long enough for each one of your 4 kids to individually disappoint you. That's you. Then you can check out.
Oh, if that's what I'm missing, then that doesn't sound so bad either.
You got about 20 years of that. But 20 years is, probably. But you're too young to be thinking like it's time. You're not old. You're not that
Yeah.
old. Because if you're old, and Kelly and I are really
Yeah.
old. I'm telling you, I know old people.
Yeah.
And I'm not as old as they are.
You want to check your clipboard?
Speaking
real
of,
quick?
happy birthday, Emil. I know it was your birthday last week.
Oh, was it last? Oh,
Yes.
it was. I live on the same property as him. I should have known that.
Shoot, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if anybody kills me, I hope it's my wife.
Yeah.
No, but then if she get caught, then she'd have to go to prison. Who's going to raise your kids?
She's not that stupid.
That's what everybody says.
She's not.
And it's rare that we get killed by the person we want to kill us. That's usually not how that works. It's usually some drunk driver on a Saturday night when you're coming back from a Toadies show. Hey, by the way, did you go to the Toadies show on Saturday night, James?
Yeah. I went to the Toady show. Me and my wife and my oldest kid Rex, who's 11 years old, and he's quite the little musician. Plays both piano and now drums. And
oh my God! In your house?
Oh yeah. And so he's fallen in love with the Toadies because through piano and now into drums, he gets sick of the 4/4 time signature, which is the common time signature that almost all songs are in, except for like maybe a waltz here and there. He's like, does anybody do anything else besides 4/4 or waltz time? I'm like, yes, let me show you this band called the Toadies, because that's kind of one of the kitschy things that they're known for is odd time signatures. And so he has a fun time trying to count that out because it's actually something different than everything else that's on the radio. And so he got to see him. And not only did he get to see the Toadies, but I'm friends with the drummer, the guy who's out there playing all the weird time signatures. So he got to meet Mark Resnicek after the show, and it was a cool little moment.
That's Kelly, nice. I hate to say this because I rarely say nice things about James, but his kid is so cute. That video that you sent me, he's got these glasses and he's skinny and he's playing the piano, and I'm like, oh man,
that's so cute.
That kid is awesome. I showed it to E, and he's like, look at him go. I go, yeah, check that out. Pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's a great kid.
All right. Well,
speaking of a great kid, is it possible that we can have a guest for a little bit next week?
Yeah, absolutely.
My daughter is surprise flying in.
Oh, really?
For Lachlan's birthday, yeah.
Oh, she was so good. She Schwartz and I had to do this test thing for a show that he wants to do, and she was a caller on it. And oh, was she good? She was so. We figured it'd be 5 minutes. We spent like 25 minutes with her.
It's the drama. She's in drama.
It was really good. All right, that's gonna do it for today. Oh, James, I should ask you, how's it gonna end? How are we gonna? Is she gonna be found dead, or will she be captured?
I get the vibe that it's going to go the same way as Brian Laundrie. She's going to be on land for a while, and they're going to find her dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Mark it in the story later.
Yeah, I think she's going to be dead.
Oh, and then he's out.
That's what he does. That's how he goes. All right. Hold on.
You're not going to play a John Hinckley song, are you?
I'm not going to play another John Hinckley song. I'm going to play the John Hinckley song.
Not another one.
All right, Kelly. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All right.
I'll be here.
Wait by Kelly. There she goes. All right. Thank you, folks. Join me tomorrow for the High Noon Show. Oh, by the way, I forgot we should put that up. We never put up the test. All right. No, that's not the one I like. That one sucks. This one. If you want to help donate to the show, we'd appreciate it. We do 2 shows every day. We do a noon show. That's topics, high noon, every day, noon, Central Standard Time. And then Pugs and Parker and I come back and we do this. And from time to time, Kelly's going to jump on. She is committed every Monday. Kelly Moore Mondays. So we've got that. But maybe more in the future. She's always invited. We'll just see how it works. I agree with James. I think that Kaylin Armstrong, the redheaded yoga teacher from Austin, I think she's going to kill herself. I think... Although I also do kind of agree with Kelly that she does seem like such a narcissist that she couldn't actually go through with that. I don't know. Anyway, thank you all so much for being with us. Thank you, Jeff. Where is Sybil? Elle says, where is Sybil? Sybil was going to be on with us a couple of weeks ago, and then at the last minute, something came up, something having to do with her dog, and I need to get back with her. But she is always welcome. She is game. She is down to be a surprise guest. And I haven't mentioned it because I always thought we would do it as a surprise guest. But since you guys just asked in the chat room, I'm like, yeah, we'll definitely get Sybil back on. Let's see here. Byron says, my chats have been failing all show. What's that about? Has there been a problem in the chat room, guys? Let me look. Get a moderator. Is it Adam? I don't know what that means. Hold on. My chats have been failing all show, says Byron. Jeff says, thanks for introducing me to the Toadies, James and Pugs. Also got a couple more guys into them also. Yeah, Toadies are great. I love those guys. Anyone who is stupid enough to kill someone else is stupid enough to get caught, says Jeff Glenn. You're not crazy. That's absolutely a possibility. So we've been missing a couple of people from the chat room these past few days, and I'm worried about not seeing them anymore. Where's my guy John? John has not been here for a while. John had a health scare a couple of weeks ago, and that concerns me. Anyway, Byron says that the chats of his that are failing are the ones with questionable content. I don't censor anything. I mean, I have the ability to drop all the chats I want, and I've never done it once. Even when we had that Nazi, remember when the Nazi jumped in and started, saying Nazi stuff? I was like, yeah, look at this idiot. Good night, Leslie. Love you, Leslie. Love you guys. No. Yeah, can't just end. I'm not done to end. Not done to end. God. Whew. All right, I am done to end now. Whatever happened to Bowling for Soup? They're still around. They're still touring. They still. I haven't really seen them face to face in a long time, but they're around. I see Jared and Eric and Chris and all them on Twitter. And we go back and forth and that kind of thing. That's the extent of my relationship with those guys. Byron says, I always say F James when he downs mesquite. Tonight, it wouldn't let me. Huh. Okay, so Jeff says it's happened to him too. Byron, it's happened to me a couple of times the last few weeks, so it must be YouTube's filters. But this isn't a stream set up for kids. You should be able to... Man, I don't know. You know what? I'll look into that, you guys. I'm sorry. I apologize. I want a chat room that is like the Wild West. But you guys all get along, and that's good. Even when, a bunch of you disagree. And I really appreciate that. Because I don't want to have to ban anybody from the chat room. Ugh. And you guys go all the way back with us to when we first started, when Kelly and I were still in Chicago and we were doing overnights here. So we were on in Dallas doing overnights, and it was in the very early days of like chats and chat rooms. And we had this really raucous chat room in the middle of the night, and we used to have to ban people. I hated that. Thankfully, we've never had to do that here. No, Al, you're awesome. Okay, that's it. Trying to think if there's anything else. Nope, nothing else. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Tip the show if you can. You know how to do that. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. We'll see you tomorrow at noon for High Noon. All the day's topics, all the day's trends, all the day's headlines, and all of that good stuff. You're all so awesome. I love hanging out every night. Bye, guys.
I am on a never-ending quest.